Heidi ho, and away we go. Another edition of the wrestling show. GenXistory presents Stampede Classics 2KD. We got Stampede2KD Storytime, Bad News Allen, and myself, Darren Thompson, on the ladder match that they had with Bret Hart. And then we have a Stampede Classics 2KD match for the North American Heavyweight title. Ladder match, Bad News Allen versus Bret Hart. Coming up, Stampede2KD Storytime.
Wednesday night, catch all the thrilling action of Blue Jays baseball on CTV. The Minnesota Twins are in Toronto to battle the Blue Jays. These American League rivals continue to provide baseball fans with some of the most exciting action available. You'll feel the heat of this confrontation right from the first pitch. Don't miss it. The Blue Jays and the Minnesota Twins, Wednesday night, live right here on CTV, Canada's Blue Jays network.
Let me give you spineless cockroaches and you beer-bellied sharecroppers a little lesson in history. You've got this Hollywood Hogan who thinks he's a big-time Hollywood movie star. He's got the belt, and he don't want to get into the ring with Bad News Brown.
Well, fortunately for you beer-bellied sharecroppers, that night you're going to witness real wrestling. You're going to see the Ultimate Warrior.
I mean, Bad News Allen is up in heaven. He wanted this.
What are some of your early memories of the ladder matches you had with Bret?
Well, actually, from what I've been told, and I guess it's true, that we were the first two that ever had these matches. We invented the ladder match, and we had some good matches there. We had one, I remember in Regina, we had one where they had the money. They had this bag of money up on this rope, and we were supposed to go up and grab it. So the finish was that he had me down on the floor. He put the ladder up, and as he stepped up in the ladder, I had a girl stashed out in the audience. She ran up, pushed the ladder over. He took a big bump, fell into the first or second row. I got into the ring, put the ladder up, and grabbed the money, and the people were stunned. They were like, they couldn't believe what they saw. And then, of course, after that, they went crazy. They booed and threw stuff and went bananas.
Let's take you back to July 1983, Regina Exhibition Auditorium. Leader Post ad had a $2,500 tag team ladder match of Bret Hart and the Dynamite Kid versus Bad News Allen and the Cuban Assassin, which in reality became Bret Hart with the Dynamite Kid versus Bad News Allen with K.Y. Wakamatsu. Speaking of Wakamatsu, before we get into that look back at that iconic ladder match, when doing research for the episode, we came across the fact that the same K.Y. Wakamatsu that we grew up watching in Stampede Wrestling during the 1980s is still alive in his 80s and became the fourth oldest wrestler to compete in a match. On June 2nd, 2024, he wrestled for Asian Pro Wrestling out of Takahashi-ho, Japan, where he appeared twice on the card. First in an 8-man tag team match, and then again during the Battle Royale main event. Here's a clip, a recent video of the man we knew as Shogun.
若松一正です。この度、芦別市議会議員に立候補いたしました。 何が何でも市民の皆さんのために議場に上がらせてください。私はそういう覚悟でおります。市民のためにとにかく頑張らないとダメだという今の心境です。どうぞよろしくお願いします。
Wow, still hard to believe that that man in his 80s is still wrestling. Anyway, back to Tuesday, July 19th, 1983, Exhibition Auditorium, Regina, Saskatchewan. Pretty good card. Jim Neidhart took on Mike Shaw, but it was the main event everyone came to see. And of course, Bad News did a great job recalling the finish. Let us add a few more details. Number one, the woman who he had in the crowd who pushed Bret off the ladder was none other than Rhonda Singh. It was a few years before becoming Japanese legend Monster Ripper. Number two, there was also miscalculation on the push from Rhonda. Bret was totally caught off guard and flew off the ladder over the top rope, hit the ring apron, bounced onto the auditorium concrete floor right into the front row seats. So the auditorium where I sat was in the second row because the auditorium was a bull auction. We sat up there in the actual seats. But for Stampede Wrestling, the front row was just metal chairs down below what they had. And so my aunts sat there and my brother and I sat behind in the seats because, yeah, when I was younger, I was kind of scared of the wrestlers, especially Bad News and Abdullah the Butcher. Anyway, so Bret flips, does this crazy flip, everything that News said. The one thing missing, though, is when Bret flipped, hit the concrete and rolled into the front row, he rolled right into my aunt, who ended up with torn ligaments in her foot and ankle because Bret, at 200 plus pounds, landed directly on her leg. Well, Bret would go on to win one hell of a ladder match in the rematch in Calgary later that week. My aunt was on crutches for several months. So, and of course, Stampede Wrestling in the Body Press magazine. Stu covered everything, and the local promoters, Bob Leonard and Bob Cook, made sure it was covered with the warning, can't get away with it now, of course, but just saying that you're at your own risk. So people knew that they were going. It was the 80s. So it was that thing. Bret and Stampede didn't come back for a number of months. So it wasn't until the number of months when the return, when Bret saw my aunt on crutches, totally felt bad about it. But hey, again, you buy your ticket, taking the risk. Anyway, like and subscribe to the show. And speaking of the show, when we come back, got a special treat for you. We've got Stampede Classics 2KD from the 2KD Calgary Pavilion. It's Bret Hart, Bad News Allen ladder match for the Stampede North American Heavyweight Championship.
I'm Jim Reed. Some have called it the strongest guarantee of rights in the world. The Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms was enacted in 1982, but is just now beginning to have an impact on our everyday lives. In a special edition of W5, we'll examine the pros and cons of the Charter and see how it's affecting each and every one of us. That's Sunday, June 8th on W5.
Let me give you spineless cockroaches and you beer-belly sharecroppers a little lesson in history. Got this Hollywood Hogan who thinks he's a big-time Hollywood movie star. He's got the belt, and he he don't want to get into the ring with Bad News Brown.
Well, fortunately for you beer belly sharecroppers, that night you're going to witness real wrestling. You're going to see the Ultimate Warrior.
Are you guys ready?
The following contest is a ladder match and is for the Stampede Northern Atlantic Heavyweight Championship. Making his way to the ring, representing B&B from Harlem, New York, weighing in at 275 pounds, Bad News Allen!
Ladies and gentlemen, the title will be hanging high above the ring here tonight in what promises to be an incredible ladder match.
As we've seen in the past, the ladder will likely become more than just a set of steps used to reach the championship. There's a good chance we'll see it used as a weapon as well.
We are about to see something good.
And his opponent, representing the Hart Foundation from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, weighing in at 235 pounds,
As we get started here, let me remind everybody that the title is on the line here tonight.
Yeah, but that's just a mere formality. The way I see it, there's no way we crown a new champion tonight.
Byron, given how daring he's been of late, there's almost no telling what he'll do here tonight.
And that's what's so exciting about watching him compete. He's just so unpredictable. You never know what he'll pull out of his back pocket next.
This is arguably the biggest challenge the champ has faced yet. You can feel it.
Absolutely. We can easily see the title change hands here tonight.
Or we could see a champion do whatever it takes to prevent such a thing from happening, gentlemen.
Feel it.
Absolutely. We can easily see the title change hands here tonight.
Or we could see a champion do whatever it takes to prevent such a thing from happening, gentlemen.
Oh, disabling the leg with that.
Strong forearm. Placed into the corner.
Nice monkey flip.
Very measured elbow drop.
Oh, look at that scoop slam. And he heads out of the ring. No countouts, no worries. Out of the ring, what's his plan here? And back in the ring we go. Getting the ladder set up now.
This could be the beginning of the end.
Stiff elbow will break that up. Here's my sterling advice for ladder match participants. Before you even think of climbing up that ladder, you better make absolutely sure that your opponents are down and out. The last thing you want is to be interrupted during your climb because you refuse to lay in some extra offense beforehand.
Yeah, you should never pass up on the chance to further incapacitate the competition. Elbow right to the nose. The damage he's taken is starting to pile up. Oh, man. Tagging this outside.
This could be good.
And what's he looking for here?
Bringing out that kendo stick means he is truly willing to go to the extreme.
And he goes into the ring. He's got that ladder right where he wants it.
Now what?
Making their way up the ladder right now.
This is a nerve-wracking situation.
Perhaps trying to get a quick victory here.
Not a bad strategy. It is all or nothing at this point.
You gotta wonder what he's thinking here, guys.
I don't know if he is thinking. Well, there goes that idea.
Yeah, I'm not really sure climbing the ladder there was such a smart move. No, 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 no!
Putting your body on the line.
Holy smokes! Careening right from the ladder and right on target. And up the ladder we go.
Working his way up the ladder now.
This is a critical moment.
He's looking at it here, guys.
And victory just a few inches away.
Hey, when you have the opening, why not go for it?
Ow! Oh, God. Boom!
Look at this. That ladder is positioned perfectly.
Victory.
He's got him where he wants him now.
A win here would be a bit of a surprise.
Shock. Come on. You got to move quicker than this.
For once, I agree with you.
Byron, looks like that ladder is perfectly placed.
Hey, you can't ask for a much better spot than that.
Just a few steps away from victory now.
I think it's going to happen.
Working to unhook here. Victory is within reach.
No time to waste. Got to get...
Yes, got it. New champion.
Here is your winner, and new!
And before we go, we just wanted to give you a heads up in regards to the apparel and merchandise available from the Bad News Allen Canadian Collection. If you weren't aware, the collection is a collaboration with the Coage family. Here's the email confirmation that we got from Helen. Our merchandise done differently. We have officially licensed from the Allen Coage estate. GenXistory is a subsidiary of Game Changers Canada. All graphic design, marketing, promotions, and all customer relations are handled by our Alberta-based team. Product supplied by trusty Canadian partner. Our core distribution center is ethnically diverse, family-owned operation based out of Ontario, Canada, with 25 years experience. Products are designed, printed, and shipped in Canada. We are proud to be able to provide the best quality product at a reasonable price point. And finally, all apparel items are WRAP and GOTS certified. For our U.S. customers, all items are shipped and delivered from our Ohio secondary distribution center or from our Ontario Canadian distribution center with no duty or additional charges. That's the merch that we have to offer. You go to badnewsallen.shop. Again, that is my core source of income. We were bigger before the pandemic. We lost a lot of momentum under the Game Changer, relaunched as GenXistory and through the Stampede Classics and the partnerships that we have, as well as abpoly.ca. But if you want to get the stuff, the merchandise, like unlike others, we do offer quality merchandise from our distribution centers. The Bad News for WWE Hall of Fame toque looks just like this one from the breakdown. Nice, cozy, warm, comfortable. Can wear it in the house, you can wear it outside, keeps your head warm, and quality design, quality stitch work there. Our t-shirts, quality. This t-shirt I'm wearing is 4 years old. So we did this one during the Black Lives Matter movement here in Canada. Protests and stuff, we had our shirts available. So the shirts are quality. Design might not last as long as we'd want. The design on the shirts or the apparel, the toques are done through stitch, so it is embroidery, so the chances of losing the design are pretty slim, but the shirts will fade after a while. But even with the faded design, the shirts are comfortable. And this one I did for our boy Curry, and this hoodie is over 2 years old. Design's still pretty good, and I wear this hoodie at least weekly, and it's washed weekly. So as long as you wash your stuff inside out, use cold, the designs will last a pretty good amount. Now, the other piece of merchandise that we offer are the coffee mugs, and these mugs are tremendous. And with the graphic design of the mugs, they're guaranteed that the design will not fade, will not come off through 5,000 dishwashes. They're microwave safe, dishwasher safe. And I have these ones. So I've had this one for 4 years, and we did that for Joey Moss. And so if you can take a look, nice bright design of the artwork that was done. All cups are 15-ounce cups, so they are over the 2-cup amount, and the designs are glossy, double-sided print, and yeah, they're great mugs. We haven't lost any of the look of the design. So that's the quality we offer. You can shop badnewsallen.shop and get your own merchandise. Links to the official Facebook group and join that. Family is running that group for everyone who's fans of Bad News. And we really want to get some of these merch. Very proud of the designs we came up with. The family likes them. We're just, for whatever reason, the sales haven't picked up. So if you want to get some of this quality merchandise, you want to support the family, and you want to show that Bad News deserves to be in the WWE Hall of Fame, hopefully for Vegas next year, visit the shop at badnewsallen.shop.